Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the UMBC Coaches Corner. I'm Dan LaHatte. Once again joined by head women's volleyball coach, Coach Ian Blanchard. Coach, it's summertime, but it doesn't mean you guys are taking any time off. A little redecorating in here, but also trips to be made. What's been going on in the retriever volleyball world?
You know, we've gone on a couple of trips in the last few weeks. We went down to Puerto Rico for the Jeep National Championships in Puerto Rico. We're hoping that Puerto Rico remains a good place for us to recruit. And just recently we were in Orlando, Florida for the AAU National Championships.
So obviously that recruiting is year-round. Doesn't matter if the season's about to start or just ended, you keep going strong.
Yeah, you know, there's a couple quiet periods in the NCAA where we really aren't allowed to go out and recruit, which is something that I think we all look forward to a little bit because it's some downtime, gives us an opportunity to spend a little more time with our families, just take a breather for a little while. But you know, you get right back into it in June, and you know, we're going to Dallas next week, and we'll be in Dallas for about 4 days. So I'll be, you know, it's always relieving when you get done. It's a nervous time of the year because you know you're trying to get the right kids and you want to make sure you're getting the right kids to make the team better, make the program better.
Now, while this recruiting year-round, the big part of the season, just about 2 months away now when you guys kick it off down at George Washington for the tournament down there. What do you look forward to in this schedule coming up?
You know, as always, I think that one of the things we always tell our recruits when I'm looking at prospective athletes is we're always talking to them about the fact that we're not going to back down to any opponent. We're not going to play with fear. We're going to challenge everybody when we go after the biggest teams that we can, and we want to promise kids that when they come here, they're going to play a very competitive schedule. Not only within our conference itself, because our conference is obviously very competitive, but outside the conference. And we want to make sure that our kids are prepared for conference play by challenging ourselves as much as possible. So that's I think we've done that again this year.
Yeah, and on the schedule, schools from the ACC, Big East, Big 12, SEC, littered in there, all before you get to that all-encompassing conference play. What challenges do you hope that out-of-conference gives you in order to prepare you for the conference season?
Well, you know, it's interesting. We graduated a couple of girls, and so we've had some roster changes that we're going to be looking at potentially in the next few weeks. You know, when our girls come back in, and so I think what the best part about pre-conference is it gives us an opportunity to check out different lineups, different positions, see and just sort of find out who's going to be playing where. And you certainly want to find those things out before you get to the conference play. By the time conference play comes around, you want to have a pretty good idea of what your conference roster is going to look like.
Well, good luck with your travel around the country.
Yeah, thank
and we'll
you.
talk to you as we get closer to the season.
Sounds good.
So once again, it's recruiting season for the retriever volleyball team. But come August, they hit the court when they travel down to George Washington for the GW Nike Invitational to be held in Washington, D.C. in late August. For the Coaches Corner, I'm Dan LaHatte.